So earlier I did a video about the 5 things I hate about my WRX, and since then I got a lot of crap from it and a lot of people asking me questions now that I'm stage 2. It's time for an update. This video is going to be about the 5 things or more that I hate about my stage 2 WRX. You ready? Let's talk about Subis, yo. Hit it, Nismo. Before I start, let me give you my mod list, which everybody asks about mods, which is cool because everybody wants to know. So yeah, those are my mods so far that I can remember. I have not dynoed my car, but according to the V virtual dyno and pretty much comparing it to other cars out there, I am sitting at about 350 horsepower, give or take a few. First thing I hate about having a stage 2 E85 car, especially where I live, is trying to plan your trips around E85. And I live in West Texas. There's a town about every 40 miles apart. Like everywhere I go for the weekends is about 80 miles away. So yeah, you can imagine, even a trip to Walmart right now, I'm on my way to get some food for my dog Nismo. I have to travel 35 miles to a fucking dog food store just to get the food. And there's no E85 stations anywhere around here. The closest one is 80 miles away, aside from the one that's right next to my house, which is a brand new station. So it gets kind of painful trying to plan your trips. If you want to do a trip that's more than 300 miles away, you pretty much have to switch over, plan ahead and switch over to your regular fuel for that. But since it's a race car, pure race car, I don't do long trips on my car anymore, and I don't daily drive it. It's mostly a weekend car. So yeah, it could be a hassle, and it is a hassle, but what you gonna do about it, right? Second thing I hate about having a stage 2 car, how loud it is. My air stereo, I usually have to turn it up to 31. When I'm cruising at 80 miles per hour on cruise control, I have to turn my radio up to about 31 to 35 just to be able to hear it right and to get over the noise of the exhaust. My exhaust, particularly at lower speeds, is not that noisy at all. Not at all. But 80 miles per hour constant, which is about 3,000 RPM, it can get pretty annoying for a while. Another thing I hate about going to stage 2 with this kind of power and E85 and all that, it's just reading all the goddamn horror stories out there about so many people blowing their engine. Oh, don't do it, you're gonna blow your engine, blah blah blah. From people who've never even done it. Will I blow my engine? Probably. Eventually I will, especially the way I drive my car. It's just something I gotta accept. I want the power. I like pushing it hard, so I gotta pay to play, I guess. I probably won't have the money to get a fixed up engine, but I'll figure it out. I got good credit. Hey, maybe I'll get a loan or something. When I drive it, I go to I go to Mexico. Shout out to my peeps in Mexico. I go to the drag strip, and I go to Autocross about 2 times a month. I really push this car real hard. And every single time I do any of those things, I run it once, I participate in Autocross for 1 round or something, you're always worried. It's just after reading so many horror stories, I don't know, you're worried. You're worried about, goddamn, what's that new noise? Oh shit, did I just blow my engine? Oh shit, what's going on? Sometimes I'm driving around this from town to town, and I feel my car buckle a little. And I feel it like struggle just a little bit more, that little tiny bit more that no one else can notice. And I'm looking at my AP tuner, trying to figure out, oh shit, what's going on? What's going on? Turns out, I look outside, I look at the trees, or what lack of trees are over here, and it's nothing but the wind. I see the trees moving around real hard, so it's obviously the wind moving my car around. But all those little annoying things that make you freak out a lot. Oh, one more thing. You have a lot of power. No, it's not the fastest car out there. but especially when I'm doing autocross and I'm trying to hit a turn or come out of a turn to go into another small turn right away, you know, I hit the gas usually around second gear, and that power just kicks in when the turbo kicks in, and then you just pulls you back, you lose a little control of the steering wheel. It usually happens on my first or second round of autocross. Later on I get more used to modulating the gas better. But yeah, it can be overwhelming. Like in an autocross situation, it could be a little bit overwhelming until you get used to it. But I mean, complaining about having too much power, who would have thought I would say something like that ever? Not me. How about you, Nismo? Did you think I was gonna complain about having too much power? Lazy ass dog. No? Alright. What else? Well, let's switch into the things I love about going stage 2. Oh man, the power, because the power, it is amazing. I don't know, it's like I said, it's not the fastest thing out there, I know that, but so far I've been able to keep up with a modded CTS-V. I actually speed him by a bit for my roll, for my 20 and 40 mile per hour roll. Those are 550 horsepower vehicles. From a dig, it's no contest. From a dig, I can pretty much take any car over 100 with more than 100 horsepower than I have from a dig. It just has so much power, you don't have to worry about it. If someone wants to challenge you or something, you will most likely win, especially from a dig. How about other things I like about my car? I like how it handles. It handles like a champ. When I went to autocross, back when I was stock, I landed pretty high up in the rankings, just naturally, maybe not a lot of competition, but I did pretty good. But it made me want to mod the car. That's how I ended up with the car I have now. And now when it's modded and with my tires and my suspension, which are not coilovers, they're not drag radials, they're not the best, but hey, they're pretty damn good. It is amazing. I cannot imagine what it would be to have coilovers. My car handles so good to me, especially in autocross. I can't imagine it. I do not know how it could be better. The tires, I just like lower the pressure on them, they grab so hard. It is amazing how hard they grab. Yesterday everyone was telling me that I was competing in autocross yesterday against cars like a GT4, a Porsche GT4, and I beat his ass. My car was going faster and nimbler than him. How is that possible? You know, you got his disc brakes are about the size of my wheels, for crying out loud. But the timers were not working, so we were running mostly for fun. But everyone there told me that aside from a stage 3 Golf Golf R stage 3, he did pretty fast, and everyone was telling me I probably beat him. And it just, people get out of the way. The cone watchers who are waiting at the end of the straightaway or a turn or anything, they get the hell out of the way when I'm racing, because they see how fast I'm going. They get scared to see me going so fast. So yeah, that's a great thing about my setup and my, well, I call it stage 2. I mean, screw it, suspension stage 2. The noises. If you're a car guy and you like car noises, you will love it. I mean, that exhaust is always there. That straight pipe sound of the turbo, the whistle, the pop, pop, pop. The intake, especially with the ETS intake, even going to 80 miles per hour, you will hear it to the point it will almost get annoying unless you're a really, really hardcore car guy. Okay, so be aware of that. Like I mentioned, this thing kills at the track. Once you learn how to launch this thing without you use the AP launch control, and you learn how to let the clutch off without dumping it, even when you dump the clutch, which I don't recommend, you kill it. I mean, from my 3 or 4 times I've gone to Mexico and to the track, no one wants to race me no more. They just don't want to waste their time. The only cars challenging me now are Pro Charge Mustangs, Corvettes, CO6s. I have not raced them yet, which I plan to, just to see how I compare. But we're talking about cars who have been dyno tested and they're pushing 500, 600, 700 horsepower. Those are the only kind of cars that want to race me now from a dig. That tells you something right there. That is pretty damn amazing for 350 horsepower little 4-banger. So around these towns, maybe not in big towns, but around these towns, hey, it feels good. You get a little respect from all your car guys, knowing that they shouldn't fuck with you. They should not fuck with you. And even better, the better feeling I had is, I'm calling out, I'm new to these towns, so I don't really know many people, but I meet someone, I tell them, hey, tell your friend if they know somebody they want to race for 20 bucks, 50 bucks, whatever. And they call their friends and they ask them, hey, I know some guy who wants to race. Well, what's he driving? He's just driving a little Subaru. And then right away, they don't know me, I don't know them. We're in a completely different town from where the track and from where Mexico is. And they tell them, well, is that a red Subaru? They answer, yeah. So like, fuck that, I ain't racing that car. So it feels good to know that other people know about your car just from hearing from word to mouth. It's pretty damn nice, man. You gotta enjoy that, especially me. I like being in the spotlight, which you can see from my videos. Hell, why am I making videos? Nobody watches them, barely. So I just do it because it makes me feel good. Damn. And also, I would like to address one thing. From my other previous video of the 5 things I hate about my car, I mentioned all the noises it makes, all the wind noise, tire noise, all of that. I want to just point out, all those things are still there. The rattles, they're still there. The tire noise got even worse with my Potenzas. I mean, it's like, when you're driving down the road and you see the grayish pavement, it's not that bad, or in town, but once you hit the more black pavement, oh my god, it's like you lowered your windows, literally lower your windows. It's that loud. I don't know. But if from a pure racing car standpoint, you get used to them. You realize that when you're trying to build a racing car, a weekend car, a fun weekend car, you deal with all those noises and you embrace them. Hell yeah, my car sounds like shit. Loud noise, wind noise, sounds like shit, but it brings you more into the experience of a race car. And so people ask me if I'm still annoyed about all that, and I tell them, no, I'm not. They tell me, well, did you fix him? No, I didn't fix him, because I embrace the car for what it is. It's a race car to me now. Yes, I understand it's not a pure race car. Okay, by that I mean it's my weekend fun car. And I embraced all the flaws, embraced all the noises, except that one fucking noise. I don't know if you can hear it. That started yesterday. I'm thinking it's my drive shaft, or I don't know, something that goes over to the suspension on that side, on the passenger side. It's just every single bump I hear this little tick, 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 tick. So I'm gonna have to look into that before I hit the next autocross, see what the hell that is. And I would like to take the time to give a shout out to all the people who have helped me. I'm a noob. When I got this car, I knew nothing about it. I had a lot of questions to ask, and everyone on the WRX STI Stage 2 Facebook page, and on the Subaru WRX Owners Facebook page, I would like to give you a big hug, a big kiss, mwah, 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 mwah. And really thank you for putting up with me. People I bugged the hell out of, Ron Watson, Jeremy, fuck, I can't remember the other names. I ask these guys so many goddamn questions, almost on a daily basis, and they always help me. I only had one bad encounter with one guy. I don't care. But all you guys on those Facebook pages, Clark from Clark Tuners, I love your tune, man. And everyone who's, like I said, I've been bugging you guys almost every day with questions, with comments. Everyone out there who contributes to my comments, my questions, when I post something that seems so simple and so stupid that you can Google it. The reason I post it on there is because I have a lot of time. And not just that, it's a group. People say, do your research. Well, looking into those groups and trying to find answers from people who actually own the car, instead of some guy online on a random web page who might not even own the car. That is part of doing the research. So even no matter how stupid the question might be, or the answer or anything, how simple, how easy to Google it might be, I know a lot of people come to these Facebook pages to look for answers, to do their research. It's just something different about feeling like you're talking to someone who is right there on Facebook, who feels closer than just some random web page that you might land on. And Nosiak, whatever that page is called, I do not visit that page. For one, it takes a shitload of time to load on my phone. I don't know why. And two, it's just less direct. I don't know why. I know you guys understand. So thank you all for your patience. Thank you all for all your help. Peace.